your thing. You might be able to handle it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it might be the best thing for me for real, because I'm always up anyway, because like, you know, I got my 9 to 5 and I do my podcast, and I got my clothing line I do too. So like the podcast came from the clothing line. So the clothing line is called Capture the World, and you know, it's basically like a streetwear brand kind of dedicated to like, you know, young creatives around the world, and
Yes.
you know, capturing the world.
Yeah. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Yeah. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Admit it, I move like amoeba. Yeah. I float in the room like I'm reefer. Yeah. Alien, I'm not your kind of people. Yeah. Telepathic fan, watch how I read you. Boy. You ain't got emeralds greener. Nah. You ain't got Richard the Sleevey. No, sir. And I got a rose that's in the grove that I ain't drove. Shit, I don't know the reason. 3 or 5. Underlay, revive. Hola. Me and J Babbin on G5. Chola. Success is a drug head, man, we high. I am mother is a beehive. Yeah. I got love for you haters. Yeah. Ain't you tired of enslaving? Huh? Come with us, make some paper. Shame, cause you should own what you label.
Yeah, you never stayed in Kahlua. I put Chanel on my shooter. Flooded my chain and it Gucci. I don't want that girl, she moody. I'm basically saying I'm cooler. Get Dior discounts from my cougar. Back in the 6th grade, I got them bad grades. I was in love with my tutor. See, musically low, you trapping, man. Most of you rappers be actors, man. Go MIA when I find little Madison. Stay at the Ritz-Carlton, this not the Radisson. Just took a blue one, about to take the red pill. Purple thoughts in my brain, hope it don't spill. Stay with a nerd, you like Urkel Jalil. Fresh is like Carlton, I kill him but will. Big ass R on my Smiths. Big ass R on my whips. Slip on shoes so you won't trip. Say she kinda fine and she got some hips. Mama said, let me see the witch. Boy, you know, light and dark don't mix. Mix it up, boy, bad luck. Sick to my stomach with them neon guts.
Higher than Elon Musk. So high stars eat all dust. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Dark energy we don't touch. All jewelry's beyond touch. And they give a nigga colorful aura, like I got neon guts.
Higher than Elon Musk. So high stars eat our dust. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Dark energies we don't touch. Our jewelry's beyond touch. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon.
Yeah, fam, Pharrell on Mars with my fellow star. I'm like lightning striking in a metal rod. I say hello God in the double bars. So damn it, MX, I got a yellow card.
Yellow card, yellow card. Damn P, I need a yellow card. I am from the root like where the pedal start. I had to push like a pedal started. Way after, but ahead of y'all. New crib, got a better yard. 2 years, I got hella cars. Since the 8th grade, I had hella broads. Hella bras, hella bras. Yellow painting with a yellow bra. Shit came from cars, Polly Marge. Slick my hair back like I'm Chico DeBarge. I got some lights on my chest. Don't confuse it with a heart. Heard things ain't looking too good for you. Had to pull some strings like I played a harp. I get these billions alone. It been that way from the start. Smoking good kush my cologne. Got neon guts cause I can't see in the dark.
Higher than Elon Musk. So high stars eat all dust. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Dark energy we don't touch. All jewelry's beyond touch. And they give a nigga colorful aura, like I got neon guts.
Higher than Elon Musk. So high stars eat our dust. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Dark energies we don't touch. Our jewelry's beyond touch. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts.
And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. And I got a colorful aura.
What's going on, y'all? This is David Carmichael II, and this is the Capture the World podcast. I have another good special guest, man. He's a living life coach. Papa Joe Aviance offers expertise for the quarantine life. So you pretty much been living the quarantine life before everybody else been doing the quarantine thing. Most definitely.
Pretty much, yes. Yes, thank you so much for having me. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Good. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Yes, sir. Also, to our listeners, Papa Joe is a renowned author, entrepreneur who transformed his life budgeting, living lifestyle, and gives living apart while keeping it together. I'm glad to have you on the podcast, Papa Joe. How you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me, brother. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I can't complain, man.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Most definitely. So yeah, my first question, man. So why did they call you Papa Joe?
You know, man, I've always had that name, Papa Joe. I had that name since I was 19 years old. Somebody just said to me, "You're a good provider. You're like a really good caregiver. You're very, you're like a papa. You're like a Papa Joe." And then literally stuck, and that's what I got.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. That's what's up, man.
Yep.
So
I just run with it. Yeah, but yeah.
So where did you grow up at? Where was you raised? What area?
Born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan, but then moved out to Washington, D.C. area. And then from there, high school in New York. I'm sorry, high school, and then New York, and then for corporate life, and then L.A.
Okay, no doubt.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to Washington, D.C. I got some family that stay in Northern Virginia, and a couple of them are like Redskins fans. I'm a Cowboys fan, so every year we would go see a Redskins and Cowboys game every year. So yeah, shout out to them.
That's the matchup.
Yeah, that's always a good matchup every year, man. Like we always go out there, and it's crazy because like half of us are Cowboys fans and half of us are Redskins fans. So we always battling every year. So yeah, no doubt, man. So yeah, man. So I did some research on you, and I seen that in 2012, that's when your transformation began. If I'm not wrong, you said you weighed about like 450 pounds at one time, or what was the most you weighed?
Say that last part.
I said, so you say you the most you weighed at one point was 450?
Yes. There was a time in my life where my weight kind of got out of control. I was making some bad decisions in my life, and my weight exploded to 450 pounds.
Okay. So, and I've also saw that your transformation began after a song you had out called "Last Night a DJ Saved My Life," and it was on the Billboard charts, and it was the music video that was shown on MTV and VH-1. And then I think at that point you said you was dissatisfied with your weight, and that's when your transformation began. But like, were you doing like a full blown music thing during that time, or that was just like one thing you did, like that's a song that you did at the time?
I was working at a video store, and a DJ came up and said he liked the sound of my voice and wanted to record it, and so I went into his studio, recorded a track, and then he sent it to a label, and they gave me something else to record, and they gave me the lyrics for "Last Time the DJ Saved My Life," and then I wound up doing "Last Time the DJ Saved My Life," and that became my Billboard hit. Went to number 6 on the top Billboard dance charts. So my very first single ever that I've ever recorded my entire life winds up being a Billboard hit.
That's crazy. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, ever. And all it was the guy saying, "I like your voice." And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Right.
And so I did that. And then but what happened was when I saw myself in the video, we shot the video. I had did it with this artist named Lula, and I was really happy to do it with her because she was very popular in the dance scene that I was involved in. So it was really cool to like partner up with her and do this thing. But when I saw myself in the video, it was just like I didn't like the way that I looked in the video, and so that was my wake up call.
Okay.
And so there's a shot to this day, even in the video, that I still can't even look at. I'm like, ugh. It's a profile shot where literally. I didn't realize how bad I had let myself go, and all the bad decisions that I was making and stuff like that. So really, I was just said, you know what, I'm really if I'm gonna be serious about this, the fact that it had went to Billboard, and maybe you have a talent at this and finding some passion at this, you got to take care of your health.
Right.
So basically, what I did was I asked myself what was the easiest exercise that I could do, and that was walking. And so I grabbed my tennis shoes and my dance music, and I started walking.
Okay.
And every day for 18 months, walking up to 5 miles a day. and shopping for healthy foods at a discount store, I was able to lose 250 pounds.
Wow, man, that's crazy. So yeah, I mean, and you mentioned the thing about you was buying meals from you said a dollar store, right? So like, what type of meals were you actually eating? You know, like what type of meals were you buying during that time?
Well, I had to scale it down because I used to eat 7,000 calories a day. I used to go from eating like my late night binge sessions would consist of like 2 Big Mac meals, a large diet. I'm sorry, 2 Big Mac meals, a large size bag of Doritos, chocolate cake, and maybe, let's see what else. Well, I mean, I was just stuffing the calories down. But I had to scale it down to about 2,000. But I just scaled it down to like oatmeal and some fruit. Definitely plenty of water in the morning. I kept a strict diet with eggs and some spinach omelet, and just kind of kept it really simple and basic. And what I did was, since I didn't have any nutritional background, I basically looked at a food pyramid and that's okay. Everything on here is good. Everything else bad.
Right.
So I kind of worked within those parameters and was able to buy food at a low cost and was able to survive. And all that I had to do was put in the work with the walking. But what happened was when I first started out, I mean, I only walked around the block one time. I couldn't do it every day. It looked like every day I would just like go a little further. And then when the song hit on the Billboard charts, it started at number 24 and it went all the way to number 6. What I would do is I would walk further. I would walk to a newsstand each time it went up to, or a different newsstand each time it went up in the charts, and I would go get a magazine as a reward to reward myself.
Right. Okay.
But the meals that I was doing were very simple, very basic, nutrition meals and healthy meals. I was doing like oatmeal, I was doing tuna salads, I was doing basic salads, I was doing low protein meat, and whether it's chicken, beef, or fish, and then some type of vegetable, and plenty of water.
Oh yeah, definitely water is always good. Like I know I drank
plenty of water.
I drank like a whole jug. Well, I try to drink a whole jug of water every day. I carry it to work with me, and then I just try to drink it throughout the day. And but I love water, man. Like some people say, like they don't like water, or water don't taste like nothing, or it's like, but I don't know. But you need water to survive, so it's like, I mean, but you do got different types of water that taste differently too. But I mean, but overall, you still need water. Say it again.
I used to drink a 2-liter bottle. I used to drink a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew every single day for 5 years.
Wow. 2
and
liters, man.
I literally stripped from that to water or iced tea. Like I haven't touched soda in 7 years.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I mean, because water can definitely, I mean, soda can definitely like damage your body, like just all that acidic, it's acid kind of, acidic type of drink, and yeah, man, but yeah, like,
I mean, it's just not healthy in the long run. You know what I mean? You can do it all you want if you're young and this, that, and the other, but it's just not healthy in the long. It's not worth it later down the line to be like, yo, you got high blood pressure or diabetes or, and I mean, like I said, I was drinking a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew every single day. That is 50 tablespoons of sugar.
right.
For 5 years. Now, you know what I mean? And people are still drinking it today, as much as they want, but I'm just like, okay, knock yourself out.
No doubt.
But, I tried to maintain a little bit of healthy lifestyle, but I had to because I had to do that in order to make the change. And again, I did all that. All this was done while I was unemployed. I had no job, no nothing. I just had to focus on myself.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, so how, when you was unemployed, how were you still able to afford, to go to the dollar store and get the food you needed to eat?
I'm sorry, say the last part again?
I said, how would, you said you were unemployed, so how were you able to like afford to, buy the food that you needed to eat to help you lose weight?
Oh, I was able to afford $40 a week for food, and basically it broke down to about $7 a meal, $21 a day. I basically stuck to fruits and vegetables and veggies. I grabbed a piece, some meat, whether it was tuna, salmon or, some packaged tuna or canned tuna. I grabbed some salads, but I was able to get all that for like $40 and survive off of that. It was just, how you put meals together. It wasn't I didn't have fancy salads like no apple walnut salad, this, that, and the other one, but I had salad with balsamic vinegar dressing.
Yeah, right.
And I treated it as such. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it had everything I wanted in it in order for me to survive. And that's one of the things that, I just had to, tough it out.
No doubt, bro. Like, so were there like any struggles? Like, were there any days that you wanted to like get like some ice cream or some cake or the other stuff you were eating before you were losing weight? Like, how hard was that for you to stay on track?
That's what I realized that I wasn't going to give that up.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to give that up. But what I did was I did a snack size bag of M&Ms, and I would allow myself 2 of those, on my cheat day or cheat week, during my cheat week, or sometimes I would start off with 1 day a week, and then kind of eventually, when I got hanging things, I could go to 2.
Right.
But I did keep it simple. I did not go overboard because I didn't want to. I was all about once I lost the weight, I wanted to maintain. But excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, but there were times where I wanted to, just like not do it anymore. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give up.
Right.
But cheat on the diet and this and that. But I really did find a way to maintain it and just keep it under control. You know what I'm saying? And just realize that, and even now, I don't have the whole cake. I can just have a slice and just be happy with that. And that was just what I had to do. And making better choices for myself to be healthier. That's one of the things that came to light. I don't need the whole cake. I know what it tastes like.
Exactly. You just gotta scale your portions down and just know that you don't need all of that. Like you said,
exactly.
you still enjoy it, but enjoy it in portions, and you don't have to go overboard with it. And I guess once you get that mindset locked in your brain, you can just keep doing it every time. Then it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Then you be good to go.
I call it muscle hygiene. Like muscle hygiene, that's what it is. You gotta clean it, scrub it, and you gotta work it out. And that's it, just building that muscle out of sight, out of mind.
No doubt. Most definitely, man. So
but then once you do train yourself, you can do it. You know what I mean? I say a bad habit can be a good habit any day.
Exactly.
Turn into a good habit any day.
I mean, because a lot of times we might say it's hard to do certain things. But it's just all about your mindset. If you can get your mindset there, you can do anything. You know what I'm saying? And just like how it's probably. Go ahead.
No, I do believe that's what's important. Is getting your mindset right.
Right.
It really is getting your mindset right.
No doubt,
but
man.
Anybody can do it, though. Anybody can do it if they want it bad enough. They'll do it.
Yeah, if you want to change badly, you're gonna do what it takes.
Yep. But if anybody needs any help, though, I got a book out, too, I just wrote.
Oh, yeah, we definitely going to talk about that in a few minutes, too.
Yeah.
I saw that you have a book out. But, yeah, before we talk about that, though, you said that you lost 250 pounds in 18 months. So, was that really, when I did, certain research on losing weight healthy, they say you shouldn't lose but so much weight every month and stuff like that. Do you think that was? I mean, it looked like, from what I hear, it looked like it was healthy the way you was doing it, losing weight that fast. But is it any specific way you gotta lose weight, or is can you lose too much weight too fast, or is it supposed to be gradual, over time? I mean, it was 18 months. That's still a year and a half. So were you supposed to lose it a little bit faster than that, or slower than that, or? It just depends on the person.
I think it may have been the lifestyle of, being unemployed and having to, in the survival mode that I was in, and just kind of forming the habits that I was, the new eating habits that I was doing. I think it really kind of just, it helped me to, excuse me, I lost my train of thought for a second. I'm so sorry. now I had something I was going with this. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine.
Really important. It was really important. Sorry, but I just lost it. Oh my God. Man, sometimes I have brain farts.
No, it's all good.
Wow. Remind me of that question again, please.
Yeah, so about like, I was saying when you was losing weight, you lost 250 pounds in 18 months. So do you think it was like the way you did it? Do you think that was the right way as far as how fast you lost it, or does it really matter? Like it just depends on the person, like because sometimes scientists might say, well, you can't lose weight that fast, or you can only lose but so many pounds a week. But I guess it depends on like how much you weigh and who the person is. I guess it varies, But I just wanted to know what did you think about that? That theory.
You know what? Yeah, now I get it. You know what? My motto for that, to be honest with you, has always been, and I've kind of learned that through, like I said, through the journey that I've been through, and the lifestyle, and just those eating habits and stuff that I had to entail every day to just like turning my bad habits into a good one. In short, eat less. I'm sorry, eat right, eat less, move more.
Right.
That's the secret to weight loss.
No doubt.
Eat right, eat less, move more. That is the secret.
No doubt, man.
I mean, they're real, and it just all depends on. It just really all depends on who the individual is, and what you have to do. What I did worked for me. Other people, it's Zumba. Other people, it's weightlifting. Other people, it's yoga, Pilates. But I could just say, as far as just do something, and just to be healthy. I always joke and say that I was 2 cheeseburgers away from a heart attack.
Yeah.
I didn't have any diabetes, heart disease, weight, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I escaped all of that. But if anybody's out there, trying to make that lifestyle change, they can do it. Seriously.
No doubt, man. I agree. Like anybody can do it, man.
I mean, literally, it's like I said, the formula is eat right, and that is just basically, eating good healthy food. Period.
Yeah.
And eating your fruits and veggies. Period. Eat less. Have some portion control. Say no to second. And then move right. Move more. Period. Move more. That's it. Just be physically active, whether it's 15 minutes a day, and especially in what we're in and what we're involved now, you definitely have to move because people are going to be, the stress and anxiety are going to, take on, some physical traits, and people are going to overeat, and they're going to emotionally eat, and they're going to be stress eating, and then, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to be active, so this is the time to be active. And so everybody needs to get out and walk and do something. Move.
No doubt. I mean, and then, I can kind of relate, like people saying, people that have alcohol, alcoholism, people that are addicted to drugs, it's a lot of addictions out there. And I can say food is an addiction as well. And we might not look at it as an addiction like drugs or drinking, but I mean, it is an addiction, that's addicted to just eating certain types of foods, and that can really mess you up just like anything else out there. So yeah, I mean, just trying to change your mindset on you don't need that stuff. And it's kind of the way, America, I think we're like the most obese country in the world. And, you have a fast food restaurant on every block. It's like, just shoved in our face every day on TV. You got a fast food ad, and just when you drive and you seeing McDonald's on every other block, it's like it's kind of hard to not want to eat at those places, and especially sometimes a lot of us live the 9-to-5 life, the normal middle class whatever citizen works a 9 to 5, so they might not have time to. Well, a lot of us say we don't have time to cook at home, but I think if we all analyze what we're actually doing with our day, we can kind of reconstruct our days. And we can make a lifestyle change, just like you did. So,
this is the perfect time to do it. This is the perfect time to do it because people are sitting at home. A lot of people sitting at home. So this is the perfect time to do it.
No doubt, man. You're right. Like,
you know what I mean? And really sit and focus on. This is the perfect opportunity to reinvent yourself. whether it's your health, whether it's the business, whether it's, whatever it may be. But this is the perfect opportunity to do it. For those people that, may have lost their job or just whether it's furloughed, lost their job, or just unemployed, or just need to go back to work or working from home.
Yeah, that's true. Man.
Excuse me.
That's most definitely true.
This is the time. This is the time to reinvent yourself. You've got time to focus on it.
Yeah.
So, hey, learn language, do something, but you stay healthy though, and just kind of work on any other. You got to work on your addictions, and there's support groups out there. There are support groups out there. There are Zoom support groups out there. So there are ways to stay connected. So during this time, but this is the perfect time.
Dang right.
I mean, even for myself, you know what I mean? Even for myself, I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to train for a marathon. I can go outside. I don't have to worry about it. I'm still allowed to go outside. I'm in LA, even though I'm in a shelter at home. I'm in LA. But even though I'm allowed to go outside, I can start exercising, and I don't have to worry about anything else. I can start running and be a little bit free and just see how far I can get. So,
Yes, sir.
And
man.
on top of that, since everybody's been pushed to their corners, pretty much in the USA starting out, there's been no smog here in LA. So smog has even started to decrease out here, so it's fresh air.
Yeah, and to speak on that, man, I heard something about Italy. They're saying some of their water is as clean as ever. Like, I mean, and that makes sense because nobody's driving. A lot of people are at home.
Yep.
That's less. We're not able to pollute the air like we've been doing.
Yep, seriously, we're taking care of the planet. The planet's doing a reboot.
Right, I know the planet Earth is like, man, thank God y'all at home, y'all ain't killing the planet.
Unfortunately, we are the pawns. I'm like, dang it, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get through this. I know we are. We're just gonna go through some rough times for a minute, but I know we are all survivors in our own way.
Damn right, I definitely agree. And like you say, it's always something that happens in history, man. Like that we had to get through. So many different events, and it's just another one we got to get through. So, this is the time where we got to stick together.
Like I said, it's a perfect opportunity. We've been listening to. There's so much noise out there. So when it's time for take this time for reflection, and it's no time like the better. No time like the present. Start.
Right.
Yep. No time. Because that's one of the things that, to be honest with you, we've got nothing but of. You know what I mean? Right now, it's nothing but time.
Yeah.
Because that's what we weren't paying attention to before. There was so much noise, go, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's homeschooling your child or whether it's, taking care of yourself or this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? Focus on something. But, we're going to come out better for it on the other side once we get through this.
Yes, sir, man. Definitely agree with that. But yeah, my other question is, man, so like, how do you feel about people that get surgery to lose weight? Like, do you think it's better for them to lose it naturally, or does it really matter as long as they're happy? Like, how do you feel about that?
I'm so sorry. You're going to have to repeat that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like how do you feel about people that lose weight? I mean, that get surgery to lose weight. Like, does it really matter, or you think it's better if they do it naturally?
Whatever works for them.
No doubt.
Whatever works for them. But just remember, it's a mental thing. It's not a physical thing. So you got to do it if you're doing it for the right reason. You better make sure your mind's right. Because if your mind's right, you'll gain it all right back. Look at all the contestants that go on The Biggest Loser and lose it naturally, and then wind up going home, and they don't have the proper tools and enough mindset to stay strong and keep the weight off. Yeah. Some of them, not all of them, but the good majority of them, you know what I mean, on those type of shows, unfortunately, they just, and I'm not saying they're weak individuals or anything like that, but they gain the weight back.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep that mindset, though. You got to keep that mindset.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm all for people that do the surgery. I'm all for people that do the surgery. Just make sure you got the mindset right and realize that, you know what, okay, this is my lifestyle, and stick with it.
Right.
Because, or else not, you know what, if you don't focus on your triggers or what made you, or you know what I mean? For me, I'm an emotional eater. That is my addiction. I eat through my feelings.
Yeah. Not the only one.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out my triggers. So something in the book that I wrote, Balancing the Scale, it's something that there's in that book. There's a thing that I say. It's the 3 W's as far as figuring out my triggers. What worked for me as far as why I was doing what I was doing. So if I wanted a bag of Doritos, I would stop and say in the grocery store, okay, what is it? Bag of Doritos. I'm sorry, it was the 3 W's, what, when, why. Mm-hmm. So it's the bag of Doritos is what I wanted. When are you going to have it? I want it now. Okay? And then I had to ask myself why. Why you want it? But once I was able to ask myself why, or this, that, and the other, I was mad or somebody cut me off in traffic, or this, that, and the other, blah, 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 I was able to reevaluate my feelings and my emotions for the situation of why I was mad and why I wanted the food, and I was able to put it back and go get something healthy. Mm-hmm. And focus, refocus, and make, you know what I'm saying, and remember what I was trying to do and go. That's how just little tricks that I had to train my brain, you know what I'm saying? So I call it the 3 W's, what, then, why.
Okay.
Yep. So just figuring out your triggers, you know? That's something that I feel that, you know, you just got to do. One of the tools. But as far as people wanting to take off, you know, do surgery, knock yourself out. If it works for you, good.
No doubt, man. So like when you were, so are you married or are you married? You have any kids?
Nope.
So okay, so like
all my kids are platonic. I'm literally a Papa Joe for and yeah, I've got platonic people. I've got platonic children all over the world.
I feel you, man.
Yep.
So like when you were losing weight, when you lost weight, did you see like any different looks from people like trying to, you know, get with you, or like, man, Papa Joe looking good now, I'm trying to get with him now? Like did any of that like happen during your weight loss?
Well, I mean, that's one of the pieces of the book that I wrote, is leaving one of the breadcrumb trails of that journey that I did to leave for somebody behind, because I don't want people to, for anybody that has gone through being heavy as I was throughout my entire life, and then basically turning my life around 360 degrees. Point of the book that I even did, like a mission to get Balancing the Scale on Amazon, was part of that book. It was a handbook that I wrote to basically kind of say it's not about the weight that you lose, it's about the life that you gain.
Yeah.
I mean, I had lost, you know, I have been heavy for so long. I was a size 58 pants, and I went down to a 36.
That's crazy.
So the book really is to inspire and motivate anybody that's out there, you know what I'm saying, to basically, like I said, leave those breadcrumb trails behind, so that I don't, you know, anybody will avoid any pitfalls that they may do, you know, having their lifestyle, and just make a choice to be healthier, you know. And again, it's not about the weight. It's not about losing the weight, but that's about the life that you're going to gain because of the fact your weight isn't a restriction in life.
Yeah.
And the example for that, and the reason an example for that is I love roller coasters. Love roller coasters. I'm an adrenaline junkie as far as roller coasters are concerned.
You and me both,
I
man.
had gotten so heavy that I couldn't sit in the seat. I was literally told I was too fat to sit in the seat.
Yeah.
Even they tried an extender on me, and it couldn't fit. So I wasn't able to enjoy. I was giving up something that I love to do because of my weight.
Right.
So I was ready. I was ready to be comfortable at that size. And something said, when I got my wake up call to music, something said, And then from there on, the rest has been history. But that's, you know, it really is about just making that mindset, you know, changing it. But it really is about, you know, like I said, the book is about those breadcrumbs, and just because I don't want anybody to have to go through what I went through. It was, you know, being bullied and all that stuff I had to go through. Enough. and it just led me to down, you know, a destructive relationship, bad choices in my career, and obviously bad choices with my health, because I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right.
So, yep.
Okay.
So, basically, in short, I was uncomfortable, unhappy, and unhealthy. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot to overcome, but, you know, I'm glad that you was able to overcome that, man.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you can be. I'm pretty sure you already been a testimony to so many different people that were, that was going through that's going through the same thing that you went through, and but yeah, man, like that's a lot, and yeah, I'm just glad to see stories like that, man. That's a story that someone can overcome their, different circumstances and live a totally different life that what you just explained, and but to speak on that, go ahead, go ahead.
In short, it's about adapting, improvising, and overcoming.
Yeah.
That's it. Adapt to your situation, whatever it may be, and especially during these times, people have lost their jobs and this, that, and the other, or just adapting to the situation that they're in. They're working from home, and then just improvising through the struggle, and they can overcome.
Yes, sir, man.
And be better for it on the other side. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you look, and sometimes, and when you look back on even maybe 2 years from now, when we look back on this situation, you're going to be like, dang, really? Really? I made it through that? Okay.
Right.
Good.
Dang, right.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, man, like speaking on, you said, you wanted to live a different life, man, and you got opportunities to be on, TV shows.
Yep.
Like what the Rachael Ray show, the Doctors from Fox, CBS, the Hallmark Channel. So like, how did you feel? How did it feel to be on shows like that? And did Dr. Oz ever hit you up? He never reached out to you?
So wait, I did his wife's show. I did his wife's show when she had a cable network show.
Okay.
I did her show, but doing all the other ones, and it was just been a blessing and an opportunity to be able to share the story, which is something I've been grateful for.
No doubt, man. And
yeah.
I also saw that you were are you still like a brand ambassador for the 99-cent only store and America Heart Association?
I'm not a brand. I used to be a brand. Yeah, well, I used to be a brand ambassador for the 99-cent only stores, but I'm still a brand ambassador for the American Heart Association. So I'm still out there sharing my story and getting it out there. Yep, and hopefully touching people's lives, change them. Wow, go.
No doubt, man. And you've also did some health and wellness stores. Just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I did some health and well. I did some walking tours. I partnered up with a few companies nationwide, and just gathered people to get out and start walking. And we would walk around the neighborhoods and just kind of follow in the footsteps what I did, pretty much, and and just motivated them to get out there and just maintain a healthy lifestyle. A lot of them have and continue to do so to this day, and I couldn't be happier.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So, you have a clothing line.
And I would just say this: one of the most memorable things that I can remember about the trip. I'm sorry, one of the events that I held was that a gentleman. He was a Marine, and he had just gotten back from Afghanistan, and he had a missing leg,
Mm-hmm.
and he walked. He got a prosthetic leg, and he walked 2.3 miles for the very first time after coming home, getting out of the hospital, and he came to my event and walked 2.2 miles for the very first time on his new prosthetic leg.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Yep. And I'm like, bro.
Like if he can do that, I cannot complain about anything else that I'm doing. I can.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you literally come back from Afghanistan with a missing leg. You just got fitted for a prosthetic leg. He had done his physical therapy and stuff like that, but he was not, 100%. But he came out to the event because we were friends from a long time ago, but that he had that, and then walked 2.2 bucks for the first time using that leg, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yep. And then there's a lady that, I'm sorry, there's one more lady that literally, she said she used to think of her life as being invisible. She was 350 pounds and she felt invisible, that nobody would see her. She's lost over 200 pounds and she is now a bodybuilder.
Wow.
Yep. Amateur bodybuilder. I'm like, you go, girl.
Dang right, man.
But, you know what I mean? It's just getting that spark, or continuing to move forward and just elevating to, your greater self. Step into your greatness, so to speak.
No doubt, man. Like we all can be great in something, man. We just gotta tap into our potential and just believe that we can do it, man. And
and be respectful to it. If it ain't what you want to do, so be it. That ain't what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's got different passions and different dreams. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, respect it. Period.
Yeah.
And be kind.
Right.
Yeah. But respect everything, you know what I mean? I mean, unless I'm not saying do anything illegal. But I'm just saying, for people doing legit stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, I know people that work in the sanitation department love it.
Right.
And I love being a garbage man. Do you know what treasures I find every day?
A lot.
I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding. Like, I love it. I mean, so you know what I mean? But everybody else will look down on somebody like that. You know what I mean? Some people do. But hey, happiness, you know what I mean? Candy, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal anyways, to be happy. As long as you're happy, then you won. You won in life. Your dream don't got to be the same dream as everybody else's or what America deems to be the American dream. Like, whatever you're doing, man, as long as you're happy, then you're good to go.
So that's the advice I got to give right now for anybody out there that you know what I mean, take this time and opportunity to do that. Yeah.
Dang right, man.
Take this time and opportunity to do it, and this is the opportunity and time to do it.
Right, the time is now.
You know what I'm saying? There may not be another opportunity or time. So if there is anything that, you know what I'm saying, creatively speaking, that you can work on, then do that.
Right.
If you have the opportunity to do so.
No doubt. No doubt, man. I definitely agree with that, like, 100%, man. Like, you got to just, stop thinking about, I do it next week, I do it tomorrow, I do it next month. Like, let's start now, like, because you don't know how much time you got, so might as well just do what you want to do in life and just start doing it now, man. Don't keep waiting. Stop pushing it back. Just go ahead and do it now.
Gotcha. I mean, look, I know it sounds cliche and stuff like that, but it literally, you have one life, so live it to your fullest. You know what I mean? And you got to do what makes you happy. I'm not saying. Again, you know what I'm saying, doing things that are, legal things, you know what I'm saying, but doing what makes you happy, whether it is being an artist, whether it is being, a lawyer, whether it is being working for the sanitation department, whether it is, working on a school board or having a clothing line or anything like that, or being an author, or a writer,
Mm-hmm.
Find it, do it, and do it good, do it well.
Yes, sir. Definitely agree with that, man.
And stay healthy. Two things I say, even in the book that I mentioned, the balancing scale. It's two things I say that you got to focus on in life. Life is about focusing on your goals and dreams and your health and wellness, and both of those require motivation.
Right. Definitely agree with that,
and
man.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. So I know, like, there's some other things that you have going on, man. You're pretty much like a full-blown entrepreneur. Like, have a lot of different business ventures. So like, I know you still have a clothing line. You still doing that?
The superhero?
I believe so. Like a clothing brand you have? A clothing brand?
I'm sorry, say that? Say it again?
I said, do you have like a clothing brand or a clothing line?
Oh, I got the clothing line, yes. I've got my clothing line, but actually that's now attached to my newest project that I'm working on. I'm now went from recording artist, author, has been a ripple effect with my career, and now it's been turning into a TV producer. So, but the clothing line has now been incorporated into the TV producing brand that I'm putting together of this new animated series called Electric Negro.
Most definitely. And I was just about to talk about that, man.
Yeah.
So where can they find that show at, and what is it about?
It is a new animated series. It's got. I'm really, really excited about it. It's been something that's been cultivated for the last 5 years, but it's really a huge opportunity to present something, that's unapologetic, thought-provoking, controversial, and hilarious. I've got Denzel Whitaker from Black Panther on board, AJ
awesome.
McClain from the Backstreet Boys. So I've got, and then I've got like Donald Turner, and I've got a few other celebrities that are lending their voice right now to basically be a part of the project. But if anybody wants to check it out, they can check it out at electricnegro.com. I got a video there, but video concept video, and I'm doing a free giveaway for some merchandise. So yeah, they can just check it out and check out the cast and see everything there at electricnegro.com and the merchandise. Yeah, but that's where the clothing line now sits.
Okay, got you.
Through the brand of that, and that's been going well, and just spreading the word of a positive message, because it really is, when people wear the Electric Negro brand, it really is about empowering them, and just, in my way, it's like we're all superheroes. You know what I mean? We're all superheroes in our own way. And we just got to remind ourselves of that. So on the clothing brand side, it's, kind of reminding yourself that you're your own superhero, but definitely from the animated side, I want to bring something new and unique and different to the table. So Electric Negro animated series, here we go.
No doubt, man. Look, I'm definitely excited for that. I can't wait to see that too, man. Like, I'm always, looking for, new stuff to watch on TV. So, yeah, definitely when it drops. Man,
it's coming. Well, after this whole ordeal gets back in Hollywood, gets back up and running, hopefully I'll start pitching it out to networks. But for right now, I'm just building it up and just spreading the word and let people take a look at it. And people have been excited about it. I'm getting tons of messages, this dope and all this stuff like that. So it's been really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. And it all started because, I just found that superhero within myself, and that was my nickname, so I called myself Electric Negro, but now that's turned into the clothing line, and then that developed into the animated series, and then the celebrities came on board, and we went in, and then here we are.
Hey, most definitely, man. Like I said, I definitely cannot wait for that, man. I know it's going to be a real good thing, and, great things to come, man. So I know you've been talking about your book a little bit, during this time, and it's called Balancing the Scales. How many books do you have out right now?
I have two right now. But I'm working on the third one since I got time. That's one of the things. That's one of the next projects that I'm kind of taking some time to develop. But I'm in the process of doing that.
Okay, no doubt. And where can people find your first two books? Like, where can they go get it?
They're both on Amazon. One is called Balancing the Scales, and then the other one is called The Art of the Comeback. And everything is under Amazon, Papa Joe Aviance. And yeah, they've been located and found there. And actually, to be honest with you, I'm happy to report that I became a best-selling author on Amazon too, after being up for 4 hours.
Oh, dog, man! Congratulations, man. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
I was blown away. The Balancing the Scales book, that's the one that hit first. But I became a best-selling author on Amazon within 4 hours after it was released. And I'm just like, thank you.
Wow. That's amazing, man. That's definitely amazing. Is it available in an audiobook form, or just like a regular
you know what?
book?
Actually, to be honest with you, that's where I'm headed to the studio next. I'm actually going to a studio today to go start the process for the audiobook as well. So I'm getting that going today too as well. That's where I'm headed next.
Oh, no doubt, man. That's awesome, man.
Yep.
That's definitely awesome, man.
But for now, reading is fundamental. So get out there and read. You know what I mean? Read. But
Yes.
Balancing Scales on Amazon, or The Art of the Comeback.
No doubt. Look, I definitely gotta pick that up. I got two books I gotta finish reading. I'm reading this book called Shoe Dog. It's by the creator of Nike, Phil Knight. I've had it for a while. I mean, I started reading it, and I kind of put it down and never got back to it. But I definitely got to get back to that book. and then the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I might be saying it wrong, but I gotta finish reading that book too, and definitely gotta read yours, man, and take a look at both of your books, and see
Well,
how
definitely,
it is.
I'm gonna send. I was planning on sending you a care package anyway, so now you got 3.
Hey, appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate
Love
that.
it.
No doubt, man.
Make sure to get the details before,
Yes, sir. No doubt, man. I appreciate you for that. So my next question is, I know we've been talking about the coronavirus, COVID-19, man. And it kind of all relates to health. We've been talking about health this whole episode. So like, what? I know a lot of people have been saying, the news and different scientists has been saying, wash your hands for 20 minutes, stay inside, social distance yourself, don't touch your face and stuff like that. How have you been dealing with this pandemic going on around the world? Is there like any other things you kind of been doing to stay safe around here, or you've been pretty much doing everything that they've been telling us on the news and stuff like that?
No, I stay busy. I stay active, and I make sure I get my walks in every morning. And I'm not really, my lifestyle really much hasn't changed other than meeting people face to face. I still go to the store. I still go to the bank. I still go to the post office and do my daily things I needed to do. But it really hasn't impacted me that much. Actually, it's been helping me because I've been being able to offer tips and stuff like that to people to help them try to get through this. It's like, okay.
No doubt.
Yeah. So it's been that. I mean, it's really kind of, be honest with you. I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that, but it's nothing new.
Okay.
Other than the social distancing, that's been a little bit weird to adjust to. But even with that, I'm okay. As long as people are safe and happy and healthy and be able to protect themselves through this, or be able to survive, then I'm good. And I hope everybody else is too.
Yes, sir.
I'm praying for everybody else. I'm praying for everybody else too, because there's a lot of lost life that has taken place, and my prayers and thoughts go out to those people as well. But for everybody else, we just got to hunker down and do what we got to do.
Right.
But if there is a creative outlet that you find, then find it. This is the time to do it.
Yeah,
and stay healthy. And stay healthy. You know what I mean? Maybe it was something, and that's why I said, for me, it was my weight loss. I was quarantined to my weight loss when I lost my job. But I survived on the unemployment check and was able to take care of my bills. I had to call the bill collectors and finagle everything every month, but I had to do what I had to do to survive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be late again on this month. Sorry.
Right.
Unemployed. Unemployed. Fine, but thank you. As long as I gave them something and worked out something, they were good. And that's what I say. That's even some of the advice right now. Your bill collectors will work for you, but again, that's a different story. But as far as the pandemic and stuff like that, it's just keeping myself protected and making sure I'm looking out for others as well.
Yeah, and like you were saying, man, sometimes you don't really know what you're capable of doing until you get in that situation. Just like you say, you was unemployed and you was living on your unemployment check. You kind of had to just figure it out, how to survive, and that kind of led to you.
Like I said,
losing weight.
adapt, improvise, overcome. So you got to figure it out, and that's what you got to do.
Most definitely.
And each individual, has a different situation, but everybody got it's the same plan, the same pro. You know what I mean? You got to figure it out. So either way, do it.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's, you know what I mean? That's even the best advice that I even say now. If you are unemployed, somebody out there gets unemployed, is just to make sure that they, write down a list of your bills. I say write down 2 lists, one for your bills and one for your creative side of what I think you would like to, passionately, if you had the opportunity to do, what would you do? And, you know what I'm saying? So you got your bills on one side and you got your creative stuff on something, maybe I want to learn, how to draw. Maybe I want, something. Have 2 lists.
Yeah. Most definitely, man.
And then knock those out, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously you got to figure out what's coming in and what's going out. You know what I mean? But if it's down on paper, at least you got to organize. and you can visually see it. So it's always good to stay organized.
Yeah. Most definitely, bro.
I mean, your brain you're already are going to be a mixed bag of emotions already. You've been laid off or fired. You know what I'm saying? You're already like, oh my God, I can't believe this already happened to me. So instead of letting these negative thoughts creep in, you got to learn to adapt and see, you know what I mean, and step up to the plate, step up and not worry about those emotions and put those emotions aside and figure out how you gonna make it through.
Yeah, you got to figure it out, man. You got to figure it out.
Yep.
You got to adapt.
Yep.
You know.
Put a plan together, brother.
Right. Put a plan together.
Always gotta have a plan, brother. Always gotta have a plan. Then you stick to it. That's it. And
right.
just try not to deter away from it, and then you're good to go.
Yes.
And then as long as you see results and it's working, stick to it.
Yeah.
And that goes for the same thing. Besides from dealing with this coronavirus, it goes same thing for forming a habit with weight loss. Eat right, eat less, move more. That's the plan. You stick to it.
Yep, you gotta stick to that plan, man. You can't veer off to the wrong direction. You gotta stick to that plan, stay moving forward, and yeah, like it's gonna be great things if you just stick to what you set yourself to do, and you just gotta keep going forward. So, but yeah, man. So this is a question that I asked a lot of people. Oh, my dad has popped in. Go ahead. Say something. This is your mic right here.
Last night a DJ saved my life.
That's my dad, man. That's my dad. He just came in here. We actually doing a surprise. Well, we just did a surprise party for my stepmom, Sherry Carmichael. Yeah, you want to talk about that, Pop?
Yeah, we just did.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, say that one more time.
I said, we just did a surprise birthday party for my wife, who was running a little late. You know how black folks are. Was running a little late, so I was supposed to be in on the interview, and I'm able to get here, and I know he's about to end it, but I just want to let you know that I was been inspired by you for a long time, all my life. I'm 51 years old, so I don't know how old you are, but I know we around about the same age, but you really encouraged me because I just started walking, I believe about 4 weeks ago. And as I was walking, I knew that we was going to be interviewing you, and I saw a couple of things that you did. As a matter of fact, you did a cooking show. The young lady at the cooking show that comes on Channel 13, I believe. I can't think of her name, but you did a cooking show, and you was a judge on it. And it was two guys that you was judging, and you gave you told the guy.
So the Rachael Ray, yeah.
Rachael Ray, and you told the guy, you said, "Hold on, man, I'm the judge here. I got this." and I noticed that you said when you started off, you was going to the dollar store, and that I was really intrigued about. All the things that you can get from a dollar store and to keep you healthy, and I believe your one of your mottos was is not how rich you are. What I can't remember how it goes. The motto.
Some of your motto. You got a slogan or something?
Yeah, the slogan. You got a slogan. You said you don't have to have a lot of money or.
Oh, you don't have to be wealthy. You don't have to be wealthy to eat healthy.
Yeah, you don't have to be wealthy to eat healthy.
That's dope.
So that inspired me as I was watching the show, and y'all was fixing some good meals, and then she was showing some of the things that you purchased, some eggs for $1, some orange juice for $1. All that good stuff you can get it for $1 at the dollar store. And so I start eating a little bit more healthier, watching you and knowing that you say you walk every day, and when you go on your walks, I see everybody that encourage you. Every time you go, wherever you go, everybody encourage you. So with them encouraging you, you encouraging me.
Thank you, brother.
And I really appreciate it.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I got a foundation myself that's called Kids Lives Matters, and I help a lot of me and my son. We help a lot of kids throughout our community. I don't know if he mentioned, but he has this thing that calls Ballers for Scholars that he have at this place.
It's a nonprofit, yeah.
It's a nonprofit organization he have at this place called Chiba Dreams. It's a tennis place. It's called Chiba Dreams downtown Newport News, and we give away $500 scholarship and $1,000 scholarship. He give away T-shirts. He give away book bags. He give away places where you can go get some clothes. He give away information how you can lose weight, all kinds of stuff.
Colleges, how to get to college, and different stuff, man. It's just
how can I contribute?
Well, actually, we have our website. We're trying to get our website together now. But we do have Cash App if you want to make a donation. I can, matter of fact, I can send you all that information too. Soon, after we're done with this interview, we can send all that stuff too. The website's
any way that I can help, I would like to, because I would like to help out any way that I can.
Hey, most definitely, man. Like I said, we have our tournament is every August, but we might have to cancel it this year because of all this corona stuff going on. But if you're able to, maybe like next year, can come out to Virginia, maybe, if your schedule allows, to maybe be like a guest speaker at our event, man.
Actually, you know what? I might be out there sooner than you think. My family's out in Virginia as well.
Really? I did not know that.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you mentioned it already or not, but yeah, that's awesome. What part of Virginia are they from?
Springfield.
Okay, Springfield. That's about
how far is that from here?
That's about 3.5 hours. 3 hours away from here.
Okay, yeah.
Not too far.
Yeah, not too far. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, okay, that's what's up. So we can definitely, try to schedule something.
I don't mind taking the drive. It's not too far.
Yeah,
most
so
definitely, man.
I like to drive. I like to drive, so I don't mind. So trust me.
Shoot, we can have you on another episode too. When talk about some more stuff, man. Like, I mean, I just like talking to different people and just hearing their story and where they came from, and just and what they're doing now is just all about inspiring each other and just trying to make ourselves get to the next level and just see how we can help each other to grow. Like this world, man, we just all have to stick together and support each other's ventures and just try to make this world a better place, man. So most definitely, I'm ready for anything you want to do, and definitely want to support you in anything you have coming up, man. So let's do it.
Okay, most definitely.
Also, we're gonna be sending you some
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Keep it up though. Better keep it up though.
Oh, say it again.
I said keep it up.
Oh, yes, sir.
Most definitely.
Keep it up.
Yeah, we
How you feeling?
We feel real good. We stand on Psalms 91. We stand on that Psalms 91. No evil before us, neither let no plague come to our dwelling. Keep your angels charged over us and keep us in all our ways. So we stand on that, all that's going on out here in this world.
Yes,
and we just believe in that and believe in God, and we really inspired by people that inspire other people. You know what I'm saying? Like such as yourself.
Good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were just talking about I know my dad had said something about we want to send you something, and Dad, we had talked about that earlier too. He said he wanted to send us like a little care package because he has 2 books out, and he said he probably send us like his books. Okay. and a shirt or 2.
Yeah, I just need your shirt sizes, and I'm gonna send you guys a care package, both of you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man.
Okay.
Yeah, and we definitely will exchange information after this interview.
Okay.
But yeah, for me to wrap it up right quick though, our last question. This is a question that I ask everybody on the podcast, man. How do you plan to capture the world?
One step at a time.
One step at a time. Hey, that's simple as it can get, man. One step at a time.
One step at a time. Yeah.
I mean, it's one day. It's already one day at a time. You gotta live one day at a time. Get through one day, get to the next day.
It ain't gonna happen overnight. So I'm willing to put in the work, but one step at a time.
Yes, sir, man. Most definitely. And yeah, so to wrap it up, man, where can everybody reach you on social media and stuff like that?
Social media, at Papa Joe Aviance or at the Electric Negro on Instagram. Facebook is facebook.com the Papa Joe Aviance or Electric Negro on Facebook. And that's those are the handles.
No doubt, man. Like I said before, this is Papa Joe Aviance. Thank you for being a part of our podcast. Definitely got to link up later in the future. Thank you to all our Spotify listeners, YouTube listeners, Apple Podcast listeners. Thank y'all for this, sticking with us through this time. And, we got plenty more content to come. And this is episode 31 of the Capture the World podcast. This is your host, David Carmichael II, my dad.
David Carmichael Sr.
David Carmichael Sr., Papa Joe. Thank you for being part of our podcast. And y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. Peace.
The word is yours.
Thank you so much. Be safe, everybody.
It's everything that you ready to ride. Hop up in my Jeep and put your pride to the side. Go against the gang, you must be ready to hide. Swinging on the corner, bang my tail till it pops. I thought I was a goner, place to your honor. Burn marijuana, deep diamond is honor. Hotter than the sauna, I made her ass a lotta. Baller baby Prada, she popped it for the dollar. Don't stick around, you should save yourself. But you can hit my phone if you need some help. Don't stick around, you should save yourself. But you can hit my phone if you need some help. Talk in it, I'm all in it. You be on my back like a cardigan. Call her again, I'm in love with your friend. We be doing dirt, you hide the evidence. It's everything that you ready to ride. Hop up in my Jeep and put your pride to the side. Go against the gang, you must be ready to hide. Swinging on the corner, bang my tail till it pops. I thought I was a goner, place to your honor. Burn marijuana, deep diamond is honor. Hotter than the sauna, I made her ass a lotta. Baller baby Prada, she popped it for the dollar. Don't stick around, you should save yourself. But you can hit my phone if you need some help. Don't stick around, you should save yourself. But you can hit my phone if you need some help. You be on my back like a cardigan. We be doing dirt, you hide the evidence. You be on my back like a cardigan. We be doing dirt, you hide the evidence.